Hey folks, it's Rod with Power Group. Welcome back on The Pursuit of Wealth, your home for MJ stocks, crypto assets, news, and interviews. Also the channel that was created by a retail investor for retail investors and home to the best MJ community. Today is Monday, September 30th. Happy Monday. Hope you had a great weekend. In this video, we're going to be discussing Tilray Brand's upcoming earnings. We just got word that it's going to be on October 10th. So we'll discuss all of that and more. We'll go over the analyst estimates and what to expect in terms of revenue, EPS, etc. Before we get to it, make sure to smash the like. It helps support me in the channel. If you're new, you can subscribe, tick the bell, all that good stuff. You'll be notified on any future videos or when I go live. As always, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. You should never buy or sell anything based on anything that I say or write. And full disclosure, I do own Tilray. It's my largest MJ stock holding in my portfolio. You can also follow us over on X, formerly Twitter. Handle for that is @GroupPow. Going to be using that as my platform of choice going forward. So this will be the first quarter of fiscal year 2025. And as I mentioned, it's going to be on October 10th, so next Thursday. And it's going to be reporting for August 31st, 2024. So the quarter ended August 31st. And then again, it'll be before market opens on October 10th. And then we have a conference call as well at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. So I'll do my best to stream that live. A lot of people like when I stream those live. Let me know if you would, in the comments, if you'd like to see me stream that live, and then we can go through it together. And generally, I provide some commentary in the chat and then after the call as well. But generally, these calls are probably somewhere around an hour to an hour and a half in length. So lots of interest and lots of questions. So that is the details there. And then we'll take a look at the analyst estimates. So if we look at investing.com, they're forecasting, and this will be in USD, 218.84 million, negative 0.04 for EPS. TradingView, they've got 218.882 million and negative 0.039. And then if we take a look at Moomoo real quickly here, based on 8 analysts, they're forecasting 220.889 million. EBITDA is forecasted at negative 17.649 million and EPS negative 0.05. So I went ahead and just added all of those up. So EBITDA negative 17.649 is the consensus there. In terms of EPS, they're forecasting, so I just added up all three, divided them, negative 0.043, and revenue will be 219.537. So we'll see how close it comes into those. Generally, like I said, if you're not familiar with these earnings prep videos, essentially I go and I get all the analyst estimates and then I get a average of those. And generally it's pretty close. And if we take a look at the earnings from last quarter, they were forecasting 226.2 million, came in at 229.9. So a huge beat there. And EPS was negative 0.04. So we're getting close to positive EPS territory, earnings per share. And then we'll see if we can beat revenue again for a second quarter in a row. Shouldn't be too bad this time around, considering we had 229.9 and they're revising down. So we'll see. I think we have a good chance of beating again this time around. This earnings not going to have, it's for the period ending August 31st. So it won't have any of the hemp drinks, but the next couple of quarters, this next Q2 should have some hemp drinks on there. If you haven't seen that video, I just posted a video about their drinks launching, and the website was live, so you can check out that video. They're going to be shipping to Texas, Louisiana, Minnesota, Florida, and South Carolina to start. And definitely thoughts and prayers go out to those affected in Florida and South Carolina by the hurricane. That's just absolutely terrible. Wow, what's going on in the world? It seems like every time you turn around, there's a natural disaster somewhere. But yeah, tons of videos that I've been posting recently. Also, the annual report and letter from Irwin. If you haven't seen that video, you can check that out. And then there was one other thing I was going to mention as well. I had my sell targets and exit plan, and then important. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. Important update. They talked about increasing to 1.4 billion shares from 1.2 billion as part of that proposal at the AGM. But what I wanted to mention is this right here, save the date. So October 1st, there's going to be a leadership summit, and it's going to be discussing industry challenges. So that will be tomorrow, and we could see some developments out of there. I'm not expecting right away, but maybe over the next few months or so. One of the things they're going to be talking about is limits. So in one package, I think they're going to probably up it to 100 milligrams. So they're going to be talking about that, and they're going to be talking about excise taxes as well. So that'll be something to keep an eye out for leading into tomorrow. And then, like I said, we'll see what happens between now and then. But the hemp drinks, probably not going to see anything on this report. I had some people say that they were already buying the hemp drinks in the US. but maybe it was just the CBD version. But that drinkhappyflower.com website just went live, and they have the HDD9 on there, right? Hemp derived. So those are going to be way more popular than the CBD drinks, in my opinion, right? Because they have that psychoactive component. So people are actually able to use it for an alternative to, a mind-altering substance like alcohol. So I think that's going to be huge, and really it's going to take a couple of quarters. And then once we introduce more states, obviously we're going to see some big numbers there, in my opinion. But we'll take a look at the chart here. Hard to find a more bullish setup right now in terms of a medium to longer term perspective. You can see here we had this news that Vice President Kamala Harris, she voiced her opinion today for this time, first time on the campaign trail, basically saying that we should legalize it. Nobody should be in jail. So that's the first time we've got some sort of communication, and right on cue, right? About 35 days before the election. It's only going to get better from here. I think they're really going to start to pump it in as part of their political campaigns. But we're looking real good here. We had a 4-hour, a daily, a weekly, and a monthly EMA 12 and 26 bull cross. We had the 4-hour bull cross today. The daily EMA 12 and 26 bull cross is lining up. We have a weekly EMA 12 and 26 bull cross lining up, monthly EMA 12 and 26 bull cross lining up. We just had a stochastic and a MACD bull cross. We're close to seeing the 50 and the 100 week moving average see a bullish cross as well. And we just are we're very close. We almost had it today with a close above and a break above the 200-day moving average. But look how close we are from seeing the 50 and the 200-day moving average crossing as well. That would be a golden cross. So there's so many bull crosses on the horizon here for Tilray. We could see a little bit more chop here in the short term, but it's looking fantastic over the next couple of months into the end of the year here. And if we can just see 2, preferably 3 candle closes above that monthly EMA 12, which is sitting at 205, and then that 50-week moving average as well has just been an absolute brick wall of resistance. So if we can get 2, preferably 3 candle closes above that, that's sitting at 188. So things are starting to heat up here, and we could see, like I said, improvement to excise taxes. Florida's probably going to pass Amendment 3. I would expect. I think the latest numbers were showing like mid 80 percentile on some of the polls online. I think it's probably going to come in somewhere around the mid 60s, somewhere around 65. But it's looking good, right? If we get an improvement to excise taxes, banking, uplisting, there's so many catalysts, rescheduling. That hearing is scheduled for December 2nd. So there's so many catalysts on the horizon. Look at Germany potentially looking to fast track Pillar 2 or whenever that happens. There's so many catalysts around the corner. Eventually, crypto, big tech, AI, electric vehicles, those are all going to reach a top and enter a bear market, and that's when I think it will be MJ's time to shine. But as I mentioned, I'll be covering the earnings. I'll be doing a video on Tilray earnings, a review, and I'll do my best to stream that live as well, the earnings call. So going to end it there. Let me know if you think they're going to beat, if you think they're going to miss in terms of analyst estimates. Always love hearing from you. We'll continue the conversation in the comment section below. It's Rod with Power Grip. Thanks again for joining us in the pursuit of wealth, and we shall see you again on the next video. Have a good one.